Let's go flying. Hey everybody, welcome to the live stream. We are a little bit behind today on getting ready for this, so let's just jump right into it. Here's what we're talking about today. My Cub is back. It's very exciting. We're going to talk a little bit more about merch, a daring helicopter rescue, slow and load Oshkosh, reminder, rock the ramp, and the news. So, after a lot of work, I haven't flown since December 26th, as you know, in the last video. Man, it's been a long time coming getting the airplane back together. We did a very thorough inspection this time because I have a lot of flying planned for this next year. And so I did a little bit more than I normally would in an annual inspection. Some parts were coming up on some, just some wear and tear items that I wanted to address. But it's back. Watch this video. All right, guys. We flew it.
We flew it! It's still an airplane.
We flew it. It's awesome. We put a little bit too much pitch in the prop, so dang it, we gotta repitch the prop. I think we put in about 2 degrees too much because at full power, I was like, whoa, it's taking off like a souped up 180. I'm sorry, 180 owners. But other than that,
It's clean again.
it's clean. It flies great. It was really turbulent tonight, so that kind of sucked. But it was fun sharing the pattern with a bunch of the guard guys, and we're done for the day. I'm tired. I'm sure Jason's tired.
Put a fork in me.
We've got the preheat system going, so that's awesome. Pretty cool little kit we got going on there. So fire that bad boy up a little bit before we go flying, and it'll be great. Other than that, let's get out of here. Boom!
Good night.
All right, that is awesome. I'm so happy. Thanks for watching that little embarrassing clip. I hope I didn't offend any 180 drivers out there. That's funny. So I'm going to be back in the saddle quite literally in the next several weeks filming the Bush Pilot vlogs. Actually, I have a trip I'm going to be doing that I'm really excited about that I've had to postpone actually. I was actually going to be in Reno this week. That's all been postponed because of the government shutdown. The meeting with the FAA obviously can't happen if they're not at work. So, you know, we're waiting for that government shutdown to end so that we can get back to work and start making more progress on the Reno Air Race part of the year. But, and also next year, we're not going to be doing our Thursday 3 p.m. live show. I've got a trip that I have to take for work in Costa Rica. So I will be out of the country next week, but shortly thereafter, it'll give us a little extra time. The staff here will be extra prepared for the next episode. So let's get right into it. Talking about merch, we got a lot of great suggestions from last week's show. We issued a call to ask you for suggestions. What do you want in merchandise? And so we're answering that call. We're reviewing all those suggestions. We've got a graphic designer working up some concepts right now, so look for that soon. But we need more. Keep giving us those fantastic merchandise suggestions. We've gotten some out of the wacky left field ones. We've gotten some really good ones, but they're all welcome. We sure appreciate you. So keep coming with those merchandise suggestions. Another thing about the merchandise, there are new items available on the store now, store.flyingcowboys.com. Had to get that plug in. Here's a really cool story. There's a gentleman in France named Nicholas Darley that actually got on camera a very cool helicopter rescue. Let's take a look at that. So this is available on Facebook. If you're following me on Facebook, we've linked the full-length video, but this helicopter does a fantastic mountain rescue. So here he is at a high altitude coming in. This is just a fantastic video. If you haven't seen it, you're welcome. the skill of this helicopter pilot, he's on Chamonix, I believe, is the mountain range that he's on, and my dad has skied that very thoroughly. Very awesome. So, with that said, I'm told that I need to turn my screensaver on by Jason here. Okay. So, yeah, that's a very cool video. Now watch his rotor blades get perilously close to the slope there, but they get that rescue done. That is amazing. The full video is available on the Facebook page. If you're not following me on Facebook, we will, after the video, after the live stream, we'll be updating the description of the video with all the links of all the news articles and things that we're presenting here today. So that's very cool. On to a reminder about the Slow and Low to Oshkosh trip. We are doing it the 16th through the 21st of July. So if you're interested in flying along with us, a common question that was brought up the last week or so is, can you join without an aircraft if you want to be a passenger? And the simple answer to that is no. EAA does have a rideshare program on their website at eaa.org if you want to ride to Oshkosh with another pilot, but we're not offering rides on the Slow and Low to Oshkosh. You have to have an aircraft to fly. So come and join us, but you do have to have an aircraft to join us. That's, once again, is the 16th through the 21st of July. It's the trip west from California to Oshkosh. As part of that, once again, is the Rock the Ramp event at Middleton, Wisconsin, Charlie 29, and that's presented by Capital Flight. Fantastic party. Just a reminder to get that out there. Airport closures is a big issue in aviation right now. And one of the things that we need to do a little bit better as pilots and aviation enthusiasts, even if you're not a pilot, is to work hard to preserve airports. Unfortunately, we received news this week that another airport is closing after a long battle to keep it open. And I often think to myself, we could have done something had we known. So I want to issue this call. If you know of an airport that is struggling, make sure you reach out to AOPA. They actually have fantastic programs for airport advocacy. And if it's on their radar, they can get the word out and activate us as a community of pilots and aviation enthusiasts to do a better job at supporting these airports. The latest victim to airport closures is this very historic 100-year-old field in it's Marlborough County Airport. It's located just west of the Boston metro area. And the owners of the property has just been really working hard to keep it alive, but ultimately they caved. It's been announced that they've sold the property to a developer, and they're going to turn it into a neighborhood or something. So that's terrible. Along the same vein, there's been a news article floating around social media that the mayor of Chicago is reopening Meigs Field. It's completely false. I really don't think that's in the cards as long as the current administration is in office. He's expressed zero interest. There's been a lot of news about this, but the current article floating around by Aviation News That Matters, it's a fake news site. It's just to get clicks. Unfortunately, Meigs Field doesn't look like it's going to be opening up anytime soon, certainly not in 2020 as that article has supposed. So since March of 2003, when Mayor Dick Daley closed it, it's a travesty. I was very fortunate to be able to take a Cessna 182 in there shortly before it closed. But yeah, that's fake news. And Santa Monica, it has been formally announced. Santa Monica is dead man walking. They are closing that airport for sure in 2028. There's essentially nothing anybody can do because the FAA has agreed to end their obligation at that point. So with all these closures going on, especially big-time airports like Santa Monica and Chicago Meigs Field, there's got to be something we can do to do better. And so I would like to just issue this call to everybody, whether you be an aviation leader, an organization leader, somebody at a grassroots level, or just a normal guy like me. Get involved in local airports. Be in the know as to what's going on at your local airfield, because you never know when some of these things can happen to you and hit real close to home. And as an aviation community, we travel a lot. Airplanes move, and it definitely affects us. Santa Monica is one of my favorite all-time airports to go. It's just such a fantastic location. All the stuff that they want to do to that land, and the skyrise development along the beach, and the supposed exhaust fumes that's poisoning the neighbors. It's all just a bunch of nonsense, and we've got to have a stronger voice to fight these kinds of things. Otherwise, airports are gone. So, to more positive news, Garmin actually has released a fantastic new experimental panel radio. It is called the GTR 200B. I'm personally excited about this because I fly an experimental aircraft, and I have a goal this year to upgrade my Garmin panel. This is a Bluetooth-enabled intercom that's built right into this bad boy, and it is exclusively for experimental and amateur-built aircraft, fully compatible with the G3X Touch Suite, or can operate as a standalone radio. Again, that's the GTR 200B, just announced yesterday. Super excited. Love it. Thanks, Garmin. You're doing great. It's really good to see a company out there putting out new products on a regular basis. It doesn't seem like several months goes by and Garmin hasn't announced something new, or somebody else hasn't announced something new. So that's very exciting. On to another fun story. Bill Steyer, 57 years old, pilot from, where is he from? Where's Bill from? St. Paul, Minnesota?
Yes.
St. Paul, Minnesota. Bill is doing a great job in the Young Eagles program. Just reached a fantastic milestone, 600 Young Eagle flights. That is the spirit of aviation. Bill, you're amazing. If you're a pilot and you're interested in getting involved in igniting the spirit in aviation, I really encourage you to visit EAA.org. Learn about the Young Eagles program. If you've been hidden under a rock and you don't know about it, now's a good time to figure it out. Give some rides. There's a lot of people out there that want aviation to grow, like me. Really cool story. My man Sammy Mason has a huge announcement. This is really cool. I met Sammy Mason at an AOPA fly-in in Camarillo, California a couple of years ago. Really awesome pilot. We were able to have an impromptu STOL competition at the Santa Paula Airport. Whole group of friends there they call the Santa Paula SZP Kids. And fantastic community of aviation in that part of the world. And Sammy Mason's a big part of that spirit. He and Red Bull have just announced that he is joining the Red Bull Air Race World Series this year in the Challenger class with 3 other new pilots. Congratulations to Sammy Mason. That's fantastic. After the live feed, we're going to dump a link to his social media and the Red Bull website right to his pilot profile on there. Give him a follow on Instagram. This is really exciting for me personally because I've met Sammy and flown with him. He is fantastic. He's performed at Air Venture. He's done amazing things with his Pitts S1, and we are super excited to see him jump into a fast monoplane and light his hair on fire with the rest of the Red Bull Air Racers. That is awesome. Congratulations, Sammy. And a little closer to home, Cubcrafters is celebrating their 10th year of the Carbon Cub. As you know, I fly a Carbon Cub EX named Ghost. So this is kind of a special thing for me. My aircraft is one of the great passions that I have, and it's one of the reasons why I do this broadcast and this channel. So I want to congratulate Cubcrafters on reaching that milestone. Okay, this week's shout-outs. First one goes to my wife for putting up with my busy schedule. And that's the only shout out I'm going to do this week. I've been super busy working on the airplane the last couple of weeks. And now to top it all off, I have to go to Costa Rica for work. And she's just fantastic. And sometimes I think we need to give a little bit of credit to those behind the scenes making us the awesome people we are. And my wife is a huge part of that. So thank you, honey. I love you. Okay, call for sponsors. If you're interested in sponsoring the channel, reach out. There's an email address in the About section on the channel. Go ahead and email me. And finally, the last thing is just to remind you about some events that the Flying Cowboys are going to appear at this year. This has been a very common question we get in email and social media. And so here's the confirmed appearances by either all or some of the Flying Cowboys. And this is it. This is all we're confirmed at this year. We're welcome. You're welcome to invite us to events, but we all have busy schedules. All of us work full-time jobs, every one of us does. So, we can't attend everything. We'd love to, but here's the ones we can. Sun and Fun, April 2nd through the 7th in Lakeland, Florida. The Patey brothers will for sure be there. They're confirmed to be there in the Best Tugs booth through the duration of the event. Oshkosh, July 22nd through 28th. We're going to be doing the STOL demonstration at the Twilight Field. Not sure which of us are going to be involved in that, but we're also going to have a speaking opportunity, whether it be in a forum event or some other social media gathering that EAA is putting together for us. That's still up in the air, but almost all the Flying Cowboys should be there, if not all of us, once again. So that should be really good. Reno Air Races, September 11th through the 15th. That's really exciting. There's going to be a lot of news on this coming up in the next few weeks. And the High Sierra Fly on October 17th through the 20th at the Dead Cow Lake Bed in Nevada. If you want the Flying Cowboys to attend or appear in an event near you, we are going to put a link in the description right after this live feed. It'll be all updated with all the news and things like that. So there will be a link there that you can request and express your interest in having us attend one of your events. That's it for the live show. Thanks for watching. Please hit the subscribe button. Ring that notifications bell. Comment below with what you want to see in future episodes. I want to go make a bush flying vlog. I cannot wait to get out there and go fly my airplane. It's just been too long. We'll see you on the next one.